Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and it's Star Wars Day because this is the May. Today I'm going to be talking about the Prince-ess Archetype in a bit more detail, along with my results from having used it for my May quick drafts and some thoughts on refining its execution. And of course, congratulations to the Force Ghost of Carrie Fisher as she receives her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. And of course, a special reminder to the fine folks at Disney Wizards of the Coast and Kessel Labs. Don't sue me, bro, because this is just good-natured fan fun, and to date, there's absolutely no profit involved. But before we get into all that, we here at the Stronghold are officially on the road to 1,000 subs. And guess what? When we get there, we're going to give away an account. So if you're part of the 2/3 of viewers that routinely watch my content but haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and get in, player, because we're going to be doing some magic. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. So I spent almost all of my free time Monday and Tuesday in the office and was working on drafting the Prince-ess Archetype and trying to get the midweek magic video out in somewhat of a timely manner. But all the while in my monologue mental space, I was thinking about Star Wars Day and how happy I am for Carrie Fisher to posthumously receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Better late than never. So all in all, I've been thinking a lot about Star Wars and just shooting out ideas and of course missing all of them and sipping on my coffee, and this video is kind of the product of those things. And that's why I'd like to take this opportunity to encourage you to be a princess, but more in the Carrie Fisher take no crap sort of way, as opposed to the Bud Light sort of way. But hey, you do you, whatever works. But it's been a while since we've had a draft archetype that really supported this kind of play, at least at any sort of competitive level. The idea here being you focus on taking the bombs removal and fixing, and then you let the artificial intelligence kind of sort it out. And it sounds really super easy, but now having done all of my May quick drafts, I can tell you it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. This is really a tough trick to pull off. And well, I've got some thoughts on why that is and how you may want to adjust your future play strategy to try and accommodate the Prince-ess Archetype. The first issue that I'm running into is this set is proving to be not nearly as rare and mythic heavy as I had expected. Given the number of dedicated potential rare mythic slots that were available in these packs, I was really expecting that we would see nearly an average of 2 rare or mythic in every pack. The reality that I'm finding is I very rarely see a second rare or mythic. So I don't know if they might have changed the drop rates, if this was just an error in my own logic, or more likely the artificial intelligence bots that we're drafting against have just learned to rare draft exceptionally quickly in this particular set. In any case, getting that second rare or mythic and getting those very high bomb counts is much more difficult than I had anticipated. The second issue that I'm running into faced first over and over again is the matter of fixing. This is way more difficult than I honestly expected it to be. Not only do you need 3, if not 4 or more good pieces of fixing in order to pull this archetype off, you almost certainly need to have one of your base colors to be green. And the thing I think I'm having the most difficulty with is the need to pick up reprints like Skittering Surveyor or the Gainlands way more aggressively than I want to be picking up reprints. All of this ends up where you have a pile of really good cards and no solid way of fixing them, making all the different color combinations work for a playable deck. And instead, you end up in a subpar two color combination. I have done this to myself over and over again, and it's something I'm going to work on for my June draft attempts. But for now, you can check out one of my draft playthroughs here and kind of see the pitfalls that I've been running into. Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and well, I was caught a little bit off guard this afternoon. The April ranking ended sooner than I thought it did, and well, here we are at the beginning of May ranking on April 30th. So what a fantastic time, opportunity to spend a rainy afternoon getting a head start on my May drafts. I want to make sure I do a draft each and every month so that I get my rank rewards in limited as well as constructed. And that means spreading out my budget for March of the Machines across 4 and possibly 5 months. We're not sure quite yet what August is going to look like. But at any rate, here we go, guys. What do you say we drop 5,000 gold and do a little drafting here? This time around, I am, of course, looking to pick up some value, and that's always a good thing. This time in particular, I am looking to have a deck for midweek Magic, and I don't have one yet. That is the very simple fact. Do I want Complete the Circuit? And I think the answer is maybe not. Sculpted Perfection is quite possibly a better card here. Invasion of Hyrule, certainly a bit better. Neither one of those is really an archetype on my radar. So what do we got here in just singles? Well, honestly, not anything quite as good as either one of those. So I think we're going to take Sculpted here and hope that we get some stronger cards here in the next few packs. And Invasion Murganda is pretty solid. Zada is good in the right deck. Wildwood Escort, Shatter the Source, both pretty decent. I think I want to take Mirror Shield Hoplite here, honestly. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be playing both of these cards, but stranger things have happened. Deadly Derision is pretty darn solid, particularly if I go black. And Pyretic Prankster, also very good in those red decks. Greatsword, also pretty great. Emoti is fantastic. I don't know that I can build around that, though. I mean, I kind of hate to jump that way. But you know what? We're gonna try and build the Prince deck here and just pick up the very best cards anywhere that we can. Freewheeler here is really fantastic, and that might be exactly what I pick up here. My second choice would be Hoplite number 2. And I mean, honestly, that might be the smarter choice here. But I'm still very much leaning towards that Freewheeler. Rat Samurai turns into a Phyrexian. Yeah, okay. I think that's where we're going to go. We are going to go all in on the Prince deck. Ryar Master Smith. That is a pretty solid card, as is Invasion of Regatha. Both really, really good. In fact, there's a lot of very good cards in this pack. Whatever wheels here is going to be particularly good. I'm going to take Regatha here. I think it is the best card. And what do we got here? Guardian isn't bad. Sculpted Perfection, number 2. Invasion of Amoket, all very, very solid. And and another Bullet Slinger here. We will see a couple of cards here, but one of them is probably going to be the Forest. So we're going to take Invasion here. I think it's the best card overall. And what do we got going on here? Meeting of the Minds is probably the best card here. No, Invasion of Olgrath. Yeah, that is a stronger card. But so far we're picking up lots of invasions here and no way to transform them. But we'll see how this plays out here. Guardian or Huntmaster. I think we're gonna go Huntmaster here. And okay, now we're getting into the more mediocre, somewhat weaker cards. War Train Slasher is pretty good. Dune Shaper also pretty good. Son of the Gateway is kind of subpar. So what do we want to go here? I think we probably want to go white. I mean, what is it counting as my third white card? Oh, Freewheel. Okay, so I think we take the Dune Shaper here. This is the point where I am looking for those small bits of fixing and things like that. Doombringer is pretty good, and Aeronaut also not terrible. How are we on those cards? I mean, obviously we're much stronger in black, so I think maybe we take the Doombringer here. And wow, great sword for a very late wheel. Unseal the Necropolis also pretty good. I think we take the greatsword here, honestly. It's pretty great. Yeah, that was a terrible joke. I'm not sorry, though. Sunder, I think, is the best card for us, although obviously Lookout is a much stronger card overall. And here we go. Inspired Charge or the Bond Warden. I think we take the Bond Warden here. And Bolus Slinger for the wheel. Wow, how crazy is that? And sure, that's a swamp. And all right, Invasion of Tolvada, pretty darn strong. And I think it's head and shoulders the strongest card here. Another Stormcaster, we'd have probably been in good shape if we had taken that earlier. Jury also quite good. I think we are going to take the Tolvada here. And that might be our sign to cut red at this point. Rugged Highlands is a pretty strong card here. Wrath, I'm not excited about Wrath. I mean, I know it says we have 0 copies, but in reality, I think I've got 2 or 3 from the original printing. And I don't love that that artwork enough to really take it just to have it. Wicked Slumber is pretty decent here. We're not really very much blue at this point at all. And Herbology Instructor, even better, honestly. Okay, so we're gonna take a green card here. I know, we're crazy. All right, so Cosmic Hunger, pretty good, also in green. Renata, very strong, also in green. And Invasion of Xerix is probably the next best card. So I think maybe we just take Cosmic Hunger. And let's see here. The Blight Reaper Thalid is surprisingly strong. I would not expect that to be rated as highly as it is. Preening Champion also really, really good here. Which one of these am I actually more interested in? I mean, Preening Champion is really very strong. But we are so not a blue deck at this point. All right, I think we take the Thallid. For my mind, the breaking point here is this is an uncommon versus Breeding Champions common. So we're going to take the value here and hope that the AI can sort this out for us. Invasion of New Capenna is a strong option there. Scornblade Berserker is another very strong option. And, well, really, there's three very good black cards here. And I think I'm going to take the Berserker here. All right, we got Botanical Brawler, which is almost unplayable for us, but it is by far the strongest card. And we've got a Blighted Burgeoning. I mean, I think I'm going to take the Brawler just to add it to the collection. I don't think that is going to get played because being able to splash green and white is pretty crazy at this point. Kami of Whispered Hopes is pretty darn good. Mirror Shield Hoplite also very good. I mean, I kind of want to take the color fixing, but at the same time, I think if I take Kami, that's almost like fixing. Invasion of Moag. Yep, I'm just gonna take that, and let's see what the AI does with this. Joyful Sculptor, Wicked Slumber, both very, very strong. I don't think we're in anything like this deck, but a Blighted Burgeoning here actually could be just the sort of fixing that we're looking for. Wicked Slumber here is probably too good to pass up. And everything else here is starting to get into mediocre territory, to say the least. This one we got a little extra value in Xerix. We'll go ahead and grab that for sure. Thunderhead Squadron is okay. I think I'm going to take Fertilid's Favor. It's a little awkward, but it is technically fixing. So that's what we're going to take here. And I don't know, what do we take? We've got 11 white cards and only 4 blue. So I think we take the Scroll Shift, and maybe that gives us something that's playable. Eyes of Gitaxis I don't think is going to make the cut. Pretty much any way you go with this, and well, that's a playable card. So okay, let's see here. Sunfall. That is a windmill slam of a 5-star card there. Another freewheeler. That was a bit unexpected, but sure, we will take that. Again, leaning more into black on this than I ever really would have expected. Lancer is very strong. But I think I like Invasion of Amoket better, particularly since we are so very strong black, and maybe Splash Blue here. And Steal from Existence. Wow, so not splashable, but I mean, white is our second strongest card. Deadly Derision. Yeah, I think I gotta take the seal here. And let's see here. Invasion of New Capenna, Bolo Slinger, both really, really good. And yeah, I think I'm actually going to take the Bolo Slinger here. I don't think I want... Didn't I already have an Invasion of New Capenna? Apparently I do not. So we are passing a little bit of value here, but I think Bolo Slinger is just such an all-star. I think the 3 rating here might be underrating it a little bit. I think it might be that good. And white is definitely in contention for one of our base colors. Branch Burner, interesting. Furnace Rains, don't love. Artistic Refusal, I don't think that's where we want to be. I think the card for us to take is Flywheel Racer here. Try and get the fixing where we can. Captive Weird. How weird. Gift of Completion also pretty strong. I mean, we are obviously much stronger black. So I think that's where we're going to go with that particular pick. Another Fertilid Favor here might be where we go. I mean, I don't think a Drag Cycler is doing that much for us. So I think we take the Fertilid Favor here and see if we can cobble together a Prince deck here. Invasion of Kamigawa is clearly the best card here. There is no fixing really to speak of. Order of the Mirror, also very good, and Tidal Terror, also very good. Difficult to cast. I'm tempted to take the Invasion of Kamigawa just on the overall value, and I think that's what we're going to do here. I don't think we're playing blue at this point, but if we keep getting cards like Wicked Slumber this late in the round, we might end up in blue. It could definitely happen. All right, no fixing here to speak of. So we're looking at either the Aeronaut or Consuming Etherborn, and really either one of those is pretty solid. I think we take the Etherborn here. Again, no fixing to speak of, so I think we take the black card. And Etched Familiar. Moment of Truth feels really underwhelming here. And Assimilate Essence, again, very, very underwhelming here. So let's see what the AI really wants us to do here. So that brings us down. Man, I wish I had some dual lands here, but they never really came up at opportune times to take them. All right, so this is an absolute monstrosity. This is the Prince of decks, and we really didn't get quite enough non-green tricks here, so I'm not sure this is going to do anything, but it definitely does do a lot for our collection. So, you know, even now, what did we end up with on our card pool on overall rarities here? So, so just the 2 rares. So the AI has already learned to just rare draft. That is definitely what's happened here. When it comes to uncommons, though, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 23 uncommons here, and I believe only one of those is from the legendary sheet. So not bad. I feel pretty good about that. And we're guaranteed an extra pack because this is an event that we're doing specifically to get rank. So I think we're going to take this for a spin. Even if we fail miserably, we have done our work. Ultimately, this draft pile only got me 1 win. And while I only lost 1 game to what could summarily be described as mana screw, just not having the right mana at all, and I did have 1 game where I had to mull down to, I believe, 5, and as Merchant has been telling us for years, 5 is weakness. The mana was just one of the problems. A deck like this was also, I lost a game to someone who just had better cards in their pool. They were able to draft better bombs, or at the very least have drawn them more quickly than I did. I also lost another game just out and out to someone who had removal and answers for every single thing that I put down. Whether it was a bomb or just kind of a mediocre filler card. So this archetype can be fragile. It's difficult to pull off. I'm considering it a challenge. I'm looking forward to my June drafts and see if I can't fine tune this process a little bit better. And folks, before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on a thing. Because I know I can't change the magic economy all by myself, but I think we can.